Have you ever noticed how things seem more desirable when they are scarce? Whether it's a limited edition product or a rare opportunity, scarcity has a powerful effect on our desires. We often find ourselves wanting what we can't have. This psychological phenomenon is deeply rooted in our instincts. Our brains are wired to place a higher value on things that are rare or in limited supply. For our ancestors, scarcity was often a matter of survival. Food, shelter, and mates were not always guaranteed. Those who were quick to seize scarce resources were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Marketers understand this principle well. They use it to create a sense of urgency and desire around their products. Think about the last time you made an impulse purchase. Was it driven by a fear of missing out? Scarcity is more than just a marketing ploy. It's a fundamental principle that governs human behavior. Our brains are wired to pay attention to things that are in short supply. When we perceive something as scarce, it triggers a sense of urgency. We are more likely to take action to acquire it before it's gone. This reaction is rooted in our evolutionary past. Our ancestors lived in a world where resources were often scarce. They learned that hesitation could mean the difference between survival and starvation. The scarcity principle is not limited to material goods. It can also apply to time, information, and even social status. When we perceive something as being in limited supply, we tend to value it more. Marketers are masters at exploiting our psychological vulnerabilities. They understand the power of scarcity and use it to drive sales. By creating a sense of urgency and exclusivity, they can make their products seem more desirable. One common tactic is the limited time offer. This strategy creates a sense of urgency by imposing a deadline on a purchase. Whether it's a flash sale or a seasonal promotion, these offers prey on our fear of missing out. Another effective tactic is the use of limited editions. By producing a limited quantity of a product, marketers create a sense of exclusivity. Consumers are more likely to covet a product if they believe that it is one of a kind or part of a limited run. The influence of scarcity extends far beyond the realm of marketing. It affects our decisions in countless everyday scenarios. From the way we shop for groceries to the way we form relationships, scarcity plays a subtle but powerful role. Consider the way we react to sales at the supermarket. When we see a sign that says limited quantities available, we are more likely to stock up. Even if we don't need that much of a particular item, the fear of missing out can drive us to buy more than we intended. Scarcity also influences our relationships. We often place a higher value on people who are in high demand. This is especially true in the early stages of dating. When someone is perceived as being sought after by others, it can make them seem more attractive. While scarcity can be a powerful motivator, it's important to be aware of its potential downsides. Our susceptibility to scarcity can lead us to make impulsive decisions that are not in our best interests. For example, we might overpay for a product simply because it is in limited supply, or we might settle for a less than ideal partner because we are afraid of being alone. It's important to remember that scarcity does not equal value. Moreover, constantly chasing after scarce resources can be exhausting and ultimately unfulfilling. This can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction and inadequacy. Marketers and advertisers manipulate our perceptions of scarcity to drive sales. Scarcity is a powerful psychological force that shapes our desires and influences our decisions. By understanding the principles of scarcity, we can become more aware of its influence on our behavior. This awareness can empower us to make more informed decisions. When faced with a situation where scarcity is at play, it's important to take a step back and assess the situation rationally. Ask yourself, is this something I truly need or want, or am I being influenced by the fear of missing out? By being mindful of our susceptibility to scarcity, we can avoid making impulsive decisions. Remember, true abundance comes not from accumulating scarce resources, but from appreciating what we have and making conscious choices that bring us joy and fulfillment.